to you about a scripture that's kind of puzzling if you don't kind of look at where it comes from, okay? The topic today is working out your own salvation. Woo! Pretty scary. Pretty scary. So let's look at what Paul says here. He says in Philippians 3:12 and 13, okay, he says, "Wherefore, my beloved," that would be you and me, we worshipers, "as you have obeyed, not in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation." With fear and trembling. Wow, what does that, Paul, what are you talking about? Didn't you say that salvation is a gift? In Romans, you say this. Shoot. It says, "For it is by grace that you have been saved through faith, and this is not of yourselves. It's the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast." Which is it, Paul? Is it work out your own salvation, or is it a gift? We're in a quandary as your worshipers, Lord. So, the scoop, it appears, is that if I can look at the original language, it helps a lot. Okay? So, first of all, it says, work out as you have believed. The word "you" there is not just you, Uncle Joe, or you, Aunt Susie. It's us. It's your. It's kind of like Christ in you. Christ in you is the hope of glory. Well, it doesn't mean you specifically. It means Christ in y'all is the hope of glory. So the same case here. This is a plural word. You have obeyed, not in my presence, but now much more in my absence. Work out your community-wise own salvation. So it's not speaking to us about our individual salvation. It's speaking to us about how we work it out in others. The actual definition, it's a community deal, and it means deliver salvation to one another, y'all. Now, I'm not from the South, but I was in Georgia for a few years, and I learned that y'all means y'all. So what we have here is Paul is saying, work out your salvation as you live in community with other people. It's easy to say, I believe and I have salvation. It's much more difficult to live it out in a community, y'all. Yes, I almost call myself Miss Mamie Moore because I knew a lady who talked just like this. Anyway, so the phrase here, work out, is a great word. It means to carry it out, to do it, to perform it, and it has the idea of performing salvation to one another. It is connected to a Hebrew word, shalem. And I have a whole teaching about that, but we're not going to do that today. Shalem. Am I getting it on there? Yep, a little bit. Shalem. And shalem is the Hebrew word for a peace offering. It means like try to be at peace, and Paul even says this, and the epistles say this: be at peace with one another. That's what he means with working out your own salvation as a community. One of the most interesting things I learned was that the word sin is connected to being offended. When I get offended, then I'm likely to sin. So Paul is saying to us as worshipers, because it matters, work out this business. Offer each other shalom. See how it's connected kind of a little bit to shalom. And we all know that shalom has a broader meaning than peace, but it carries that. So here we have this idea that work out your own salvation among the people that you know. Give it to them. Give them what you are as a saved worshiper. I think that's an important truth for us. As worshipers, I'm going to read this, okay? Even if it means a personal sacrifice to us, deliver shalom to other people. Even if it means we have to swallow our pride, deliver shalom. That's what Paul means about working out your salvation as a community with other people. Let your salvation show, is what he's saying. So, coronavirus is a great time to do this because we're all locked up together. But as we're in the midst of all this, let's work for this because we're all worshipers, and that matters. So if you like the things that we're doing here, please, for this old lady's sake, would you subscribe, ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, and then hit like. because I want to be able to expand this and do some other things other than these short videos. So if you'll help me do that, that'd be great. I love you guys. I love you, little chickens. And I'll see you next time. Bye.